What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. So we are on a quest to finding shapeshifters actually caught on camera. Because I know I told you guys in the last shapeshifting video we watched about the stories that I've heard. Like my grandma told me a story. My grandma's a Jesus believer. Just to make it a long story short, there was this dude that really liked her and he would follow her after school. There was one day she was running away from him in the woods. She heard galloping behind him. She looked back. She saw a half man, half horse. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And then I had another close friend talking about, I think her great-grandmother was into witchcraft, and she had like transformed herself into a lizard and was climbing on the bedroom walls. I'm like, yo, that's even crazier. So it's like, these type of people, I wouldn't expect them to lie to me. So we have the scary shapeshifters caught changing on TV. The thing with these videos is that we need to see how accurate and if this is actually true being caught on camera. So that's what we're going to be the judges of today. Let's see what's going on.
In the last 30 years, a fantastical conspiracy theory has become increasingly popular, one that may be the most ridiculous out there, or the most incredible. Supposedly, a network of reptilian creatures have infiltrated the world's government, media, and entertainment industry. So, from the mysterious identity of Michael Brownlee to the potential real appearance of the Bushes, join us. Out of all supposed reptilian anomalies, the most popular relate to the eyes. On multiple occasions, news anchors have seemed to accidentally reveal a second set of eyes. In an interview with Wolf Blitzer, CNN correspondent Brian Todd was filmed blinking furiously before viewers noticed a flash of hidden pupils.
Yeah, what about the cost, Brian? Is that at all a consideration? It's a big consideration. Just about every former officer I spoke with says the cost of outfitting each combat troop with a tracking device is one of the main reasons they don't have them right now. So when you speak
I saw it. Literally like a lizard. Like a crocodile type vibe.
But others say if they can deal with the cost and pay for all of this, it is worth it not only to track missing troops.
Though skeptics have suggested that this is nothing more than video compression, others have questioned why the error only sticks to the eyes, rather than the entire frame.
That looks crazy.
Bizarrely, the onset of blinking before the reveal of the second eyes appears to be a common occurrence. Both Fox News journalist Sharon Breams and this unidentified Spanish reporter have suffered similar issues. So could the truth be in the eyes?
I think it's a video malfunction.
On a standard edition of the Fox-owned KKTV, an LA-based reporter reads the latest story about celebrities. Yet once more, the anchor starts to transform, until, unheard by the audience, the producers scream at her to stop presenting. The camera then cuts to someone else, and when it returns, the reporter is back to normal.
The Globe asked a doctor to assess certain celebrities' risk factors and make her analysis. For example, she says, it appears Britney is suffering from a major psychological disorder, and that it might actually be bipolar. Could be that. The doc then predicts how much longer they'll live. Sick, I know, but I also know you want to hear what she has to say. The doc says if these people don't get help or straighten up fast, I haven't pre-read any of this. Britney will get to the age 30, Lindsay won't see 25, and Michael Jackson has no more than 5 years left. At the other end, Angelina's going to have a long, healthy life, and so will George Bush and Nicole Richie.
If you're not already bipolar,
I hear yelling in the booth. Are they yelling at me for the way I read that?
You did great.
Okay.
But if you're not,
excuse me.
I could hear Lisa yelling.
Give her a break. She didn't read it earlier. She doesn't know the story. It's okay. Just stop it. She's okay.
I could hear you.
Yeah. Some expert who doesn't know any of them making comments on how long they're lived than we did on Iraq today, okay?
Are you trying to make me feel bad?
I don't have to.
You're right.
I need to see if I can find his original videos, because that one looked crazy. Shorty was shifting.
Throughout this clip, viewers have claimed to hear the anchor both hiss and make a slight guttural sound off camera. However, skeptics maintain that since the anchor's clothes appear to transform as well, this all but confirms it's a technical error. Believers though dismiss this, arguing that the clothes are part of the disguise. Regardless, she isn't the only Fox News reporter to allegedly transform into a reptilian. On the Atlanta branch of the network, fellow news anchor Dale Russell displayed a similar transformation.
Now, again, we want to stress from what we observed and what the sheriff says, a small number of motorcyclists are causing all of the problems. But the problems are serious. Emergency responses are stretched thin. Weekends are spent cleaning up motorcycle wrecks by the sheriff's deputies, and some tourists and locals say the speeders have taken over. Now, we mentioned last night stories go around the mountains about the winner-take-all races. Well, the owner of the website who advertises those races told me it's all just a joke. He says it doesn't really happen. He says he put them on his website just to annoy the local sheriff, Russ. And they basically are saying some of the same things over and over here, and other people cause problems, the bicyclists, the cars that you see going over the double yellow lines, not staying in their lane. And some have acknowledged to me that, yeah, these guys are driving really fast, but the ones that are really causing the problems are the inexperienced drivers getting up there.
If anyone could find these original videos, send them over. Either paste the link in the comment section or send them over to my Instagram DMs, which is right here.
Powerful bikes that they're really not ready to drive yet, and that's kind of the main thing that we're hearing from them.
Further, in what is likely just a coincidence, but an odd one nonetheless, Russell shares the same name with Dale Russell, a paleontologist who theorized that if dinosaurs hadn't gone extinct, they would have eventually evolved into this humanoid creature. As seen, this life form has the appearance of a typical reptilian. Is it therefore possible that the name is a knowing joke? Bizarrely, it seems that many Fox anchors are alleged to be reptilians. One in particular, Michael Brownlee, a former reporter for the LA branch, has a history of potentially transforming, a point that seemingly rejects the theories due to compression issues. However, the most infamous transformation came when the cameraman, apparently aware of Brownlee's emerging real form, turned the camera away for no reason.
Now, we talk about the mother's arrest, but the mother says that her 16-year-old daughter, the victim in this case, was also arrested here back on September 18th. Now, keep in mind, this is the family story, their account of what they see happened here on campus earlier this month. Unfortunately, we weren't able to reach the school district for comment, but keep in mind, a mother and daughter baffled over how a celebration with cake...
I don't know what type of compression issues makes his nose go crooked like it's broken. And why they turn the camera away?
Whilst promoting her book, Jenna Bush, daughter of former US President George W. Bush, appeared to constantly shapeshift. Further, viewers noted that the anchors interviewing Jenna attempted to let her know of this mistake, repeatedly discussing how she changed.
Nah, tell me this doesn't look like a...
Appeared to constantly shapeshift. Further, viewers noted that the anchors interviewing Jenna attempted to let her know of this mistake.
This looked like a Walmart brand of Kim Kardashian, not gonna lie to you.
Repeatedly discussing how she changed.
Talking with teenagers and students about Anna and the other kids I met in Latin America, and so far it's been really inspiring.
And not unpleasant. I mean,
well, we'll change all that.
No, we're not going to change that.
Don't change it, please.
We will not change it. We will not.
She obviously hasn't seen the show.
People have been nice, and they're not attacking your dad or his policies to you.
Well, I met with my job. I work for UNICEF, which is an amazing organization that works in over 150 countries. And my job was to meet with teenagers who were living in exclusion, who were living in extreme poverty or living with HIV, and write their stories, listen to their stories and write them for UNICEF. And so, I mean, I obviously learned so much from these kids. I learned from Anna in particular, who has lived an extremely difficult life. I learned to live each day to its fullest.
Doing any kind of missionary work, I think, really changes a person. And you and your sister had a little bit, I mean, you guys weren't Paris Hilton, but you had a little bit of a reputation as party girls. Do you think this changed you?
You know, so it didn't change my personality.
Because one thing that we can say is that whenever they are supposedly shifting, it is the same way. Like with, I don't know how to even describe how it looks. It almost looks, I don't know how it looks. I guess you could call it digital, but it's literally only on their face.
Necessarily, but I taught for 2 years after the University of Texas.
She's also turning green, though. That's the thing.
Went on to Latin America, and you know, of course, I've grown up. It's been 7 years since people had that image of me. But yeah, I mean, listening to their stories was incredible. And it did
Jenna,
change
when you
me.
see this, when you not only listen to their stories, but you get involved and you write about it as well, does it change how you look, you're thinking about how government should run?
Still, Jenna isn't the only alleged reptilian in the Bush family. In one interview, her grandfather and fellow President George Bush Sr. seemed to transform for a split second. As noted, his pupil briefly became slate, whilst his eye itself looked green.
In Colombo in Sri Lanka, it's full. You literally, I don't know how they're going to get all the crates.
Oh, I saw it. Bro, are these people like literally like half humanoids? Like half reptilian, half human, bro?
Could this prove that the Bushes are reptilians? And if so, does this mean that similar creatures have been running the US government? What do you think?
Hey, the thought about it sounds really crazy. I do have to say the last one did look real. It looked more real. And we can't forget, I don't know if you guys seen that viral video of that girl that was on the plane like literally going crazy because she said the person next to her wasn't human. Let me actually look it up for you guys right now.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. Bye.
So, we don't know why she said that. I did come across a post with people saying that she's now missing. I would have loved to hear what she had to say and her reasoning as to why she would say that he's not real. But it seems like as if we can't get that. But look, it is what it is. Do y'all believe that there can be like some reptilian, like half reptilian, half human people that shapeshift? It seems that as from these compilations, it seems as if there's usually like news anchor people, maybe because they're puppets to what the higher ups are just telling them to say. Who knows, man? Who knows? But it still does not change the fact about the stories that I've heard from people close to me. If you guys have any stories about anything like that, like anyone that you know that have like shapeshifted, like on some crazy witchcraft stuff, comment that down below also. I want to hear those stories if you have any, alright? Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one the same way you're going to catch me in the next one. Peace. Love ya.